What's up, nature freaks?
What's going on?
Welcome to another Saturday Slap in the Face. Dave and Jeremy back in our studio, and today we're going to be talking about alligators, which have been getting some pretty negative attention recently.
Yeah, I mean, how dangerous are alligators? That's what we're going to be discussing. Do we even need them? Should we get rid of them in Florida, or are they beneficial? Let's check it out.
Nature in your face!
All right, guys, this is one of our alligators that we use in our educational shows. He literally goes to hundreds of shows with us annually, and because of the recent attacks, we get a lot of questions. Are they dangerous, or how dangerous are they, and what can we do to prevent an attack?
Yeah, and then a simple answer, yes, they are dangerous. It's an alligator, it's an apex predator, all right? And predator means it goes after other animals. Now, how dangerous are they to humans? This can be misleading because despite the fact that they can take a human life, typically less than one person a year succumbs to an alligator attack, and that's with over 1 million alligators just in the state of Florida alone. So your odds of being attacked, super duper low.
All right, so what could be the reason for the increase in alligator attacks? Well, first of all, a lot of people are moving into the state of Florida. Their population is growing by leaps and bounds. A lot of people retiring to that state. Also, tourism. People go on vacations and they get complacent. They forget. You know, when you live up in the Chicago area like we do, or New York, or wherever it is, and you go down to Florida, the last thing on your mind is that you are going to be sitting by a body of water and this big monster alligator is going to come up and grab you. Now, it's very rare that it happens, but obviously, with these attacks, it does. Mm-hmm. Also, feeding of the alligator. That's one of the biggest reasons why alligators will attack people. When you feed them, they become used to people, they lose their fear of you, and that's when an accident or an attack might happen.
Yeah, so that leads me into my next point. I think the biggest thing we're talking about for prevention-wise, education. And education. Obviously, yeah, that'll do too. So we do the traveling shows. We bring these alligators around. Not only do we just say, oh, look how cool they are and everything like that, we tell people, hey, when you're traveling, do not feed these alligators. Not only is it highly illegal, but you are putting not only your life in jeopardy, other people's life in jeopardy, the animal's life in jeopardy, because if you get caught feeding them, they'll euthanize that animal. You're not doing them a favor tossing them a hot dog. You potentially are just killing the animal, all right? So education through the media, through YouTube, just like you guys, and then through actual live handling of the animals and getting to see them and learn about them. Now, could we physically stop attacks? Fences. If you have a pool, if you live with property that has a pond on it and you don't want alligators in that water at all, you don't want snapping turtles, then put up a fence. Anything bitey, keep it out, keep your family safe. But I get people want to enjoy nature, all right? Now, we were just in Asia, in Singapore. They have saltwater crocodiles, 10 times more dangerous than the American alligator. And where there are trails and you walk near the water, they have put wooden barriers up, and it prevents attacks from the water and their ambush predators.
And it's super simple. It's literally two 2x4s about 6 inches apart. And the reason they put that fence there is because a few years ago, a woman was walking on the trail and a saltwater crocodile came up and took her into the water. They never saw her again. So since that fence has been put in, nobody's been attacked. It's that simple to prevent something like that.
Now, one thing I've seen is on social media and on news is the people who comment. You got a 50-50 split. You got people who say, you know, it's the animal's fault, let's kill the alligators, let's just get her. Why do we even have alligators near humans? And then we got the flip side, the reptile lovers like us, and they're like, it's the human's fault, okay? You knew what you were doing, you live in Florida, you should know this stuff. That's never gonna fix anything. We have to work together and fix the problem.
Yeah, so when an alligator attack happens, everybody just wants to go out and slaughter every alligator. That's the attitude a lot of people have, especially people who don't know much about the alligators. But you have to understand, these animals are incredibly important to the environment. An entire ecosystem would crash without alligators. They are apex predators. They control all the smaller animals underneath. And when these are gone and those animals start to increase, talking about the ones on the lower end of the food chain, they will literally outpace the food. They will literally eat themselves out of the forest. There'll be nothing left to eat. And this is true. So you have to understand that even though they're dangerous, we have to learn to live with them. And as Jeremy mentioned, there are ways that you can do that. It's estimated that over 1 million people visit the Everglades on an annual basis. And that brings in a lot of dollars for the economy. So there are reasons why you would want to protect these alligators.
Yeah, and remember, if you save the alligators, you save other animals as well. So it's not just about saving the alligators, it's because we want to see other nature. They make those giant gator holes. During droughts, when the water dries up, the gators have created their own little pool, their own little spa, and it saves the birds, it saves the fish, the mammals, the amphibians. So all that nature you want to enjoy, we need the alligators to keep that going.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this Saturday slap in the face. Hey, if you've been down to Florida or maybe you have an alligator story for us when you're on vacation, let us know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like the video, and we'll see you on the next episode of Nature in Your Face.